Hey yo, what is going on today, guys and girls? Welcome back to the channel, and in today's video, man, I'm going to be showing you guys a couple of my sort of complaints about the events lab, sort of tools and stuff. And I guess they're not really complaints, they're just sort of things that I'd like to see, I guess, in the events lab coming out from Turn 10 in maybe the future. But anyway, thank you guys all very much for checking out this video. Hopefully you guys all agree with some of the things that I'm about to say, and I shall catch you guys after the intro. Alright guys, so here we are at the beach, man. I thought, what a better place to do this type of video than at the beach, man. You know, nice, calm, collective. We've got the nice view, we've got the nice car, we got some awesome blocks to play about with. So yeah, let's get straight into it, man. Like, I wanted to just talk to you guys about some of the objects that we have in here. I think they're all great. I do, and I love the fact that we got the new concrete platforms in and everything like that, which, you know, if you guys have seen my brand new section city, you guys will have known absolutely, you know, the amount of time that I've put in to obviously create that map and obviously put it all together. And that is the main thing that I want to talk about here today, man, and it's time. You know, the amount of time that we spend on these type of maps can literally be halved with the most easiest and littlest bits of tools. And that's kind of what I want to talk about here. I want to talk about, obviously, an angle snap. And I already know most of the people that come from the streams that are watching this are going to be like, oh god, he's talking about the angle snap. And yes, I was complaining a hell of a lot when I was building Section C about an angle snap and about, you know, snapping the objects to each other and stuff like that. I admit it was a lot, but it's to me, it's one of the most simplest things that has a huge difference when it comes to building. So for me personally, and I know like the big names like Duquesne23 and I guess that's the only other person that I know of that plays Forza that also plays Halo, and our Halo forgers, like they know what it, you know, they know what I'm talking about here if they did ever watch this video, which is probably never. But that's not the point. The point of the matter is the fact that they know, coming from Halo, like when we were playing on Halo 3 and we had to forge everything from basically like this, it was basically like from scratch. No angle snap, no nothing like that, no even the precision mode isn't really that good. It's good in the fact that it slows everything down, but then it becomes really janky when it gets to like the slow sort of stuff and you're like trying to lift up the object and stuff like that. Like I'm fully aware that the events lab was an afterthought and it wasn't really the main sort of goal for Turn 10 and Playground Games. I do realize that. So these are some, like I say, this is a video for me to pretty much share with you guys, and obviously hopefully some of the devs, if they do watch this, just some tools that I think that would benefit, you know, the people that want to create maps and have events lab and stuff like that. Like, even with me just eyeballing that, it's wrong, you know what I mean? And now I've got to you know, put it all together and lower it down. But with an angle snap, with a snap tool, I guess the snap tool and the angle snap are two separate different things. The angle snap, what I mean by the angle snap is when you want to turn it, say 90 degrees, instead of now rotating it like this, it would rotate 90 degrees without me like having to slowly do it, if that makes sense. Like if you want a 45-degree angle, that would snap it to a 45-degree angle. If you want a 25-degree angle, it would snap it to a 25, so on and so forth, 5%, whatever. That would make life a hell of a lot easier when it comes to creating like racetracks and maps like that, because you won't have all this problem. So like when you're trying to rotate it and you've got it at a weird angle, say something like that, and you're trying to rotate and you get it wrong, you've then got to try and put it back to where you had it in order to make it like exactly where you want it to be. Like for argument's sake, trying to make a swirl going up, it's impossible right now. It is literally impossible because you can't get the correct angles. in order to do it. I mean, there's people that have done it and they've probably put in a lot of time to do it. But what I'm saying is that this time could be literally halved with these tools. It's not something that I think is difficult. I don't think, maybe. I wouldn't know. But to me, I don't think it would be. I think it was just literally, you know, you want to snap it, just angle snap, boom, done. You know what I mean? And in terms of I guess a magnetic snap, I guess that's what it would be, or block snap, that would just be, so like if your block was here and you were hovering it here, and you could see like there was like a dot or something on the middle and the two sides of the block, and it could snap towards the same sort of side on the other block that you're trying to place it next to. That would be very helpful as well. It was a tool that I found in Halo 4 that was sort of like a warm welcome, really. When I was trying to forge maps in Halo 4, it was like, wow, okay, this is something that we've needed. Because before I was sort of like, I don't know if I'll need that, because I'm quite a steady hand anyway when it comes to doing things like this. You know what I mean? I can put a block down and, you know, get it almost perfect anyway. Which brings me on to another thing. As I just literally placed that block down, my man Steelrod invited me to F1. Anyway, yeah, so as I was saying, when I placed that block, you can see it move as well. Like, what is that about? I don't want my block to move. I want it to be placed where I ask it to be placed. I don't want it to move, like, you know, half an inch to the left. I don't want that. You know what I mean? And that's another thing. Like, I don't really understand why that's happening. It does become a bit tedious when you've got a lot of things on the map, and then it starts getting worse, because obviously there's more things to obviously load up and stuff like that. I don't know. I guess it doesn't get worse. It's just annoying, because look, as I'm placing things like that, it's got a gap like that, and I'm not actually placing it there. And you have to sort of estimate where you want to place it before it gets placed, because it doesn't place where you actually initially place it. So I guess that you know, as a moaning session, I think that is quite annoying. But as a whole, I really do like the blocks. I think the blocks, in terms of what they're adding here, in terms of blocks like the dirt platforms and the asphalt and the, you know, the concrete blocks, I think they're great. Another thing is, I think we need more of them. You know, we need more, just more. No, we need more widths. We need more, like a bigger one, for argument's sake, like a concrete, dirt, and asphalt platform like this, something massive that we can place down. That's all one thing. That would be nice. I'm not saying like it needs to have like the struts and stuff on the bottom, but just literally just that, but a bit bigger. You know, 10 times bigger, 20 times bigger, like a grid maybe. You know, a big grid. So instead of us wasting budget and wasting, you know, prop time or props of just literally putting stuff down, like I'm 3% already, but like putting stuff down like this and, you know, potentially making people's games crash, we could literally just have one massive grid and just put it down. You know, that would be just one prop, that would be finished. You know, as opposed to obviously having to spend time, again, the time factor here, and putting down loads and loads of these all together as well, and that's a big thing as well. You know what I mean? By putting all these together and making sure that they're all perfect and it is flat. Like, this is not a very good example. You know what I mean? And I've done this literally for a couple of seconds now. It's not been too long, but you know, just putting them down is as good as you possibly can. It will take you a long time. And if you've got a large area that you want to be placing these down, so if you want to go from here all the way down to the end of the beach by putting asphalt down, you know, that's going to take you a long time. So even filling up the stadium with blocks and stuff like that, when I was doing the roads for Section City, it took a hell of a long time. But with a larger block, with a larger you know, concrete platform, or a smaller concrete platform, we could do so much with it. So a larger concrete platform, we could have a massive grid, like I've mentioned already, and that'd be like your base. That'd be easy, it'd be nice. We're still having our normal concrete platforms. I like the fact that they've added a 30-degree corner. That's very nice. I haven't used it, but it's still nice to have, just in case you do want to use it. But yeah, you know, other like 45-degree angle, 90-degree angle corner, you know, stuff like that. A curved corner going upwards. You know, everyone would use that. I know I would use it. I would use it to build a Tokyo Drift like style car park without having to use these and start like go slowly up, like make the curve slowly up. You know, there's plenty of stuff that they could do with the editor here, and there's loads I think that people like myself and definitely probably Duquesne23 would actually agree on that would definitely need in Forza. You know, I think there is quite a lot of stuff that does need to be fixed, and a lot of stuff that needs to be put in. I know they have mentioned previously or before that they want to add in angle snap and or the snapping tool or whatever it was that they said, and that would be awesome. I can't wait for that to happen. But yeah, these are just a couple of things that I found that were quite difficult, and also, you know, a thing that I'd like to see more of. You know, props wise, in terms of like, you know, street props and stuff like that, that's absolutely fine. You've already got loads of those, and they're all can be used for everything, and they're fantastic, so then that's not really too bad either. But yeah, no, it's just the flooring. I think the flooring is the hardest bit at the moment. That is the longest bit. Like, if we had a massive grid, it wouldn't be too bad. Like, say a 12x12 grid, or whatever the case may all be, you know, a 3x12, whatever. Just have like a separate, like a good bunch of grids that we can put down like this, or in concrete, in asphalt, in dirt, whatever. And I think that the community will probably make some really cool stuff with it. You know, we've already seen loads of really cool stuff that come out with eventslab, and I think with these tools you'd see a lot more, because it wouldn't be as tedious, and it wouldn't be as time consuming. Like I say, I'm going to reference again Section City that what I've made recently, and that map has almost taken me 24 hours to make because of how tedious it is. And I would have done a hell of a lot more if these things were in place from the get-go. But unfortunately they're not. I realise it's an afterthought. Sorry about the moan. Hopefully you guys will enjoy it. If one of the Horizon devs does see this and can, you know, pass it on to the eventslab team, that'd be awesome. I'd love to see the brand new stuff that come in. If they do obviously add in more stuff with eventslab, that'd be absolutely awesome. I can't wait. Thank you guys all very much for watching. I have been FISHEY Gaming. Thank you very much. Take care. Peace.